Hey guys, Storm20111, hope you're doing well. Just thought I'd introduce you guys to a little special project that I'm going to be doing on YouTube, as well as Facebook as well, uploaded onto all platforms. So I've got here 6 Nanoblock sets of Sonic the Hedgehog. I managed to get these bad boys on, in-game, in where I live, and for about £8 each. And these are game exclusives. You cannot get them anywhere else. You cannot get them in the Waterstones bookstore. You can't get them on Amazon. So if you want to get these guys, you ought to go to the game. So I've got all 6. I've got Sonic the Hedgehog right here. Definitely the must-have. I've got Tails. I've got Dr. Eggman, as well as Dr. Robotnik, as I always call him. Robotnik, Eggman, he's practically the same guy. Knuckles the Echidna. Amy Rose, aka Rosie the Rascal. And Shadow the Hedgehog, the most epic anti-hero you can get anywhere. So, I'm going to be doing 6 different videos on YouTube and Facebook. I'm going to be starting them off in numerical order. So, in this video, it's going to be Sonic the Hedgehog, NBCC_081. So, hang tight, guys. This is going to be great. I'm going to show you the step-by-step process on how to make this guy. See you in a minute. Okay, so we're going to start off with Sonic the Hedgehog, the fastest thing alive. First came out in 1991 on the Sega Mega Drive. Ever since then, I haven't had the Sega Mega Drive, but I did, my cousin, he had the Sega Mega Drive at his place, and he had Sonic the Hedgehog too. I've been a fan of Sonic the Hedgehog ever since he came out on the GameCube with Sonic Adventure 2 Battle when it first came out many years ago. And whenever I did my homework, I would always listen to the soundtrack, and I always liked playing the game. So, here we go. Here's the unboxing. And what I like about this, if you ever collected the Nanoblock set, you sometimes notice that that it would be, instead of it being in the box, it would be just in a small little pack. And a company called Dynamics somewhere here in the UK, they've somehow managed to take all the Nanoblock sets and put them in boxes, as well as these big bags. So, what I'm going to do next, make sure, or if you're a wee one, make sure that you have the help of a parent. So, we have got the instructions, and if you don't know how to read Japanese, don't worry, they've got it in English as well, as you can hopefully tell by this layout. It is a 18-step process, and it looks easy to do, so I can find that out. And of course, we've got 4 bags. This is 150 pieces, and it is difficulty 2 out of 5. So, all the boxes, all the sets that you get with Nanoblocks, it tells you the difficulty and how many pieces it takes to make. It also, it's just a really easy set. The first Nanoblock set I ever got was from my brother when he went to Japan, and it was the Tokyo Tower. It was a beautiful set, and I enjoyed building that set. I really hope that you guys also get into this, because if you want to learn more about it, message me on in the comments section. Let me know, guys. I'll help you out as best as I can. But for now, I am going to assemble all the pieces that we will need for building Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, and these are all the pieces that I need. We got a variety of different colors. We got a little bit of gray. We got a few whites. We even got a heck of a lot of blue. Tiny bits of green and some yellow, the red for Sonic's shoes, and the black. And in case you guys were wondering how small these bricks are, well, they are literally this small, very small. It just barely fits my own hand. It's practically so small that it's really blurry. This is the smallest one out of all the bricks that you could possibly find. Here we go. Can you see how tiny it is? I just have to get this close to the camera to show you guys. It is practically this small. It's so tiny. This is practically about 4 millimeters by 4 millimeters by 5 millimeters. That's what the product always says. So, yeah, very tiny. You definitely, you might need some tweezers for this. They always suggest their own Nanoblock tweezers or the Nanoblock pad for the easy assembly. But to be honest, I'm not really into the easy part. I'm practically more into the do it on the go kind of stuff. Alright, so I'll show you guys what step 1 will look like and get back to you on it. So here we go, guys. This is step 1. It's I know it's a little bit blurry, but I'll try and fill you in as best as I can. So at the front we've got a 1x4, a little 1x4 that wasn't originally in the last part. Then we got a 1x3 and then a 2x1 by, well, practically a 2x2 with a little, well, one of the if I could just get that piece back, I'll show you guys. A 2x2 with one part missing, and right here at the back, thought I'd show you what the back of the spine would look like. It's practically a little 1x2 with a 1x3 with the curved edges, and then a little slopey 2x2 blue. So that is going to be his the basis of step 1. So now it's time for step 2. See you guys in a minute. Okay, step 2. Sorry about the blurry image again, guys. So I went from the front to the back, starting off with Sonic's little black nose, as you can probably tell by that. Then I moved on to his creamy face, and then did one of the curvy little 1x3s. If I can, here we go. One of these, which is beautiful. Easy to also maneuver around. And then I assembled the quills back here. You know, starting off at the top. What I did was a little unusual, but understandable. I started off with the 2x2 with the slope, and then put it underneath the 2x3, so that it gives the unique edge that Sonic is known for with the quills. So yeah, I like how it came up nicely. So now it's time for step 3 of the building process. Okay, step 3 is completed. So what I did was I started off with his little green eyes right here, with the one on the right, and then it was really tricky for me because I didn't want to. Well, I wasn't sure how I was going to approach this step. So what I did was because of this part and of course from step 2, those were the tricky ones for me. So I went with the little green eyes. Started off with the right eye, went on to the 2x2 white. Did the other green eye, then assembled as you can see. And in regards to the quills, I used a 1x2 with a curved with the curved ends on each, not the spiky ends. If I had a clearer shot, I could show you the difference between the two, but unfortunately, this is the best I can do. But anyway, it's time for the next step of the building process. This is step 4. Pretty easy, this one. Also simple on a couple of notes. The black pupils of the eyes are done. Then we've got the bricks that practically cover the eye. And in case you were wondering, yes, there is a bit of a gap on his head, but in his head. But I can assure you that that it's all for a reason. It's just to help stabilize the bricks. And of course, we are also working towards his next lot of quills. So, let's see what happens in step 5. See how you like this now, huh? Oh, in a good way. Anyway, here we go. Step 5. He has got the top of his head now assembled. We've got the white bricks over his eye. If I could just show you right here. He's coming along nicely. and he's also got these little 2x1s with the one dot in the middle. So it should come out. Well, we'll see what happens in the next step. But honestly, I know that there is a couple of gaps, but the gaps are for the ears, if I remember correctly, because that's where his ears are. So let's see what happens in steps. Well, I'll see you guys on step 6 anyway, so you can see what happens next. Okay, so this is the end of step 6, a kind of a deja vu from step 1. As you can no doubt tell, we got 2 more quills, where it's from the bottom side, if you can, well, if I could show it to you, we've got the same situation. I thought I'd show you guys what it looked like before and after, so that you know how easy it could be and where they would be going. So I can just try. I'm gonna try and hold the camera as best as I can so that you guys can see. So there we go. Just right in that little gap right there. Oh, without that coming off. You can see also how easy they fall off. I was told to try some super glue, but then I was like, no, that would ruin everything. So, ooh, now you know what it's like. And of course, how fun they could be trying to assemble. They're practically perfect for office spaces. If you have a desk at your home because of this whole COVID situation, you can practically have one assembled and put on your desk for a bit of fun. It might even help out with a live stream if you do a live stream. So yeah, I'll try and reassemble, put this together, and then move on to the next step. So hopefully it won't fall apart on me, because sometimes that's what they do. But it's all fun. It's all fun. Okay, so this is the end of step 7. I had a little bit of a hiccup. I didn't realize that there had to be a little gap from one of the steps. I think it was step 5. Yeah, step 5 when I had to assemble the layer below step 7 and 6. Yeah, before attaching step 6 onto the model. So I managed to fix that. Might have dented my nail, but it's no big deal. So it's all fun and it's all good. So as long as I'm happy with it, there's no problem. So it's now time for me to do step 8. Okay, so step 8 is complete. Most of the curve edges of the model are done. There is a slight difference between the two that I should inform you, even if you can't see it. One is slightly higher right here, where my finger is pointing to, and the other is slightly downer. It does say on the instructions, if I could just grab it for you right here. Yeah, okay, so it says, note that there are 2 types of blocks, each with different angles. So if you do want to get this, just make sure that you get the angles correct when you isolate them into their groups. So that is my only bit of advice. Before you do the assembly and before you do anything else, make sure that you group the parts together in the correct, make sure that you count them first. Make sure that they do match before you make the assembly. So I'll take care of the next step. Okay, so step 9, we have done the ears and we are nearly done with the heads. We just need to do a few more blocks and then that'll be it for Sonic's head. We can then move on to the body. So it won't be long. He is coming together nicely. And that is it for Sonic's head. Just make sure that when you do assemble them, that you make sure that you grip it nice and tightly. You don't use any plastic glue because the glue will melt the plastic and you could ruin the model. That's my only piece of advice. So we are done with Sonic's head, so we are now moving on to step 11, which will be his body. Gotta go fast. See you in a second. Okay, so the next step is quite an easy step, really. I've done at the bottom underneath this part is those little blue T's, the 3x2s with the 2 missing at each end, and then a creamy 1x3, a blue 1x3, and a 2 1x2s with 1 in the middle. That's it. That's practically the easiest start for the model I've had to do, but it will get a little bit tricky, so let's move. I'm going to move on to step 12. See you in a second. Okay, so step 12, it's another easy one. I started off with I had to start with a 1x3 cream, then do the 3x2 blue, and then on the top, the tea cream, the 3x2 with 2 missing, and then a little 1x1 square blue brick. So that is that for step 12. It's time for step 13. It looks like a bit of a long one, from what I could tell, but then again, nothing is ever going to be that easy. Never is. Time for step 13. Okay, we have just done step 13. We've, as you can see, done the arms and also the back quills. Pretty easy, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a little bit more tricky, more complicated, but it turned out that it wasn't. It was so easy, it just didn't take me that long. So it's time for me to move on to the next step. It's time for step 14. And this is it. This is the 14th step. It's just practically making sure that the quills stay on the back, including the what appears to be the neck. I believe it is the neck. I'm not entirely sure until we carry on with the build of the model. So let's move on to the next step. This one's going to be a fun one. And I did say it was going to be a fun one, and it is. It's Sonic's hand, his left hand, where he does his trademark Yeah, and unfortunately, I somehow knocked it off the model. I'm going to reassemble him in a second, and of course, from what I could see from the instructions, the next part is to put the head onto the torso. So, stick around, guys. In the right sense, not the wrong. And he is back together. Of course, the head was the next part, and he does look pretty good. You gotta admit, he does look pretty good. Do hit the like button if you really like this video. So, well, ignoring the quality of the video, it was the last minute ditch. So, but anyway, I'm glad that this is coming along nicely. So I am now moving on to the next step, which is making his other hand and the clear base as well, if I read the instructions clearly. And here we go, guys. And just in case you can see or can't see, there are some clear plastic bricks right here, just to help the model stand when he's on his own 2 feet, which is, from the looks of the instructions, the final step. So hopefully, well, it'll be finally put together, guys. This is the last step, step 18, and I will show you guys what the end result is. And this is it, guys. This is the final assembly of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, if we could do a little 180. Woo! Yeah. So there was these little yellow bricks, which were one by one, but they did have these awkward, well, fun little yellow stubs at the side. So that, well, it's not practically for the assembly, but it was for decorative purposes. And he does look amazing. He even looks brilliant, even outside the box. So, definitely worth the money for me, I'd say. So, difficulty level 2, 150 pieces. This is a game exclusive only here in the United Kingdom. So, if you guys want to grab it, make sure that you go to game, do it online or in store. Make sure that you also tell me how easily you built it. And of course, if you like this video and any more that I'll be doing soon, do hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the future. So, happy gaming. See you later, guys.